Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Mandy and I like to talk about makeup panning, nail polish, and all things beauty. Today I have a long-awaited update from my Pan Those eyeshadows, where I am working on 4 randomly selected palettes and 1 Natasha Denona depotted shade. So if this is something you were interested in, then hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. Alright, I have not updated this since April, so it's been 2 months worth of work, or 2 months since my update. I didn't wear makeup in May, I think, the entire month. So not much progress, but since the beginning of June, the month of June, I wore makeup more often. So yeah, not a whole lot. So I did this in April. I did wear some makeup in April, and then about halfway through April, life kind of got hit hard and I stopped wearing makeup and I stopped doing videos. All of May, none of that, and in June I got back into wearing makeup and doing videos. So let's talk about the eyeshadows I'm working on. Like I said, I am randomly selecting 4 palettes, and then I'm randomly selecting 1 shade from the palette. I am eliminating a palette from the roulette after I use it. That way I can try and hit a pan in every palette kind of deal. And then I have a whole bunch of Natasha Denona singles, shadows that were depotted and gifted to me from Allie at Wonder in Alleyland. And each month I'm rolling one of those because there's over 100 of them and I'm trying to get use on them. I'm not expecting to hit pan on any of them, but I want to get use on all of them. My goal is to use the shadow 26 times or hit pan, and hopefully hit pan. But like I said, the Natasha Denona's, it's more of a usage goal, and some of my shadows are baked, and some of them are brand new and have not ever been worked on, so I don't anticipate hitting pan on those. But, you know, we'll see. So far in this project, I have hit pan or completed usage on 5 shadows. 1 was in Natasha Denona, and that was for usage. 1 in the Moonlight Crystal, that was for usage, from Aether Beauty. Mermaid's Heart by Revolution, that one I hit pan in. Heartbreakers from Revolution, I hit pan in that one. And from Juvia's Place, the Rebel Grays, I hit pan in. So I'm also keeping track of my pan percentage, and in March, because I did not hit any pans in March going into April, I had 21 pans out of 319 shadows, bringing my pan percentage to 6.58. So now let's go over what I've been working on since April and what I hit pan on. The first shade in this that's been in the longest since March, 3 of them came in March, but this one is the one that I drew first. This is from the Ace Beauté Violet Sage palette, and in here I randomly selected the shade Anemone, and I have pan. It is this guy right here, this nice shiny pink. I am wearing it in my inner corner and on my brow bone. That is how I wore it most of the time, although I did pair it over other shadows all over the lid, and it's a really pretty shimmer. It's pink, but when I paired it over things like a blue or some other colors, it kind of faded and just became more of a silver. But I hit pan on that on June 18th, out after 20 uses in this project. I did expand pan today using it for the 21st time. So that brings my number of pans up to 22, changing my pan percentage. Alright, the next palette that I brought in is my Pink Star palette. And in this palette, I randomly selected a shade called Sour. And this is what it looks like now. I will try and have pictures of what they look like at the last update. At the last update, I've used this 7 times. And over the last month, I've used it 10 more, bringing me to 17 uses out of 26. And I don't think, there is definitely disturbance and a dip starting in there, but I don't think I'm going to hit pan on this, so it's probably going to be a usage goal. This palette was gifted to me by Ali also, and there are a few shades I've used enough to make disturbances in the imprint. I'm just looking at them now, but most of them are practically brand new. I've used every shade in here. A couple of years ago I did a no pan left behind. I'm trying to think of the right words. A no pan left behind, so I have used everything in here once. For the Violet Sage, at the last update, I used it 10 times, and over the last month, I've used it 10 more. So it is staying in. And it's rolling out, but the Sour is rolling out. And I do have that on the inner 2/3, half to 2/3 of my lid. This is it looks like a bright color in the palette, but on my skin it kind of turns sort of a dingy, olivey color. So, and it's quite powdery. I had to build it up quite a bit for it to make an impact. So that one, I might be able to hit pan if I have to keep digging in it, but I have, 9 more uses to go. We'll see. The next one that came in was my Natasha Denona shade. And this is what that one looks like. This one I had in Enjoy Your Eyeshadows a couple of years ago, and so I really enjoy this. This is a cool toned brown, pinky brown. I use it in my transition. I have named this one Mink, and at the last update I used it 8 times, and over the last months since the last update I've used it 16 times. I'm really making a focus on this. It's bringing me to 24 uses, so I have 2 more uses left to go. So I'm going to keep this in and get those 2 uses, but I'm going to roll in another Natasha Denona shade to get some use on. And there is a bit of a dip starting in there. I mainly focus my brush right about in the middle. But yeah, there's no way I'm getting pan in there. But I do enjoy using it. It is a bit of a distraction because I do have another shade in my makeup project pan that is very similar from my Marvy Corn palette, and I'm trying to finish that shade. So once this is done, this is the magnetic palette I have it in right now. It's right there. And this is the shade from the Marvy Corn. It's very similar, but not exactly the same. But I am trying to finish the one from Marvy Corn, so when Mink rolls out, I will be happy because I can focus on my other shade that I use for transition shades. I will give you a swatch of that one. And it's a nice shadow. That's just like one tap in there. It builds up quite nicely, so I am enjoying that one. Then the next shade that came in April is from BH Cosmetics. I held this one up earlier. This is the Venom palette, and in here I selected the shade Biter, which is this dark glittery black down here. I do have it on the outer corner of my lid, and that's how I use it most of the time. At the last update, I'd only used this 3 times. Since the last update, at the last update, I used it 3 times. Over the last month, I've used it 8 more times, bringing it to 11 uses. I'm confusing myself when my updates were, so yeah. And this is really pretty charcoal with glitter. It's just, it's so pretty. I put it on as a, like, to darken the outer, and then when after I apply glitter glue, I tap some more on and it just brings off the sparkles. I really enjoy using this shade. This is one of my favorite palettes. It's neutral, but not. I really enjoy this palette, and it is staying in. And then finally, the last shade I was working on is also from BH Cosmetics. I have a lot of their palettes because I really like them, and they're still good. This is the Lost in Los Angeles. This is a palette that I thought maybe I might end up decluttering because it's a pastel palette, but I can make it work, and there's really beautiful shades in here, and sometimes I do like a pop of color. I'm wearing this, I'm working on the shade in here, LAX, and that is what it looks like. Probably see there's a little bit of a dip going in there. I did do work on this in a previous project. So yeah, I'm working on that. At the last update, I'd used this one 3 times, and over the last month, I've used it 6. I am wearing it on my lower lash line today. It's a really pretty bright sky blue. And unlike the Pink Star palette, just one swipe and that one builds up nicely. The Pink Star, the green, I had to do 2 swipes to build it up. But that is the color palette of what is staying in. So, yeah, that has 9 uses. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. We have just the one rolling out. And yeah, this is mostly matte heavy. Hello, focus. Focus, thank you. This is matte heavy. The only shimmer I have is that black charcoal shimmer, so hopefully we get something better. Let's go ahead. First, we're going to roll in a palette. So I have them all in the Spin the Wheel app here. And I only have 18 palettes, and I've worked on quite a few, so there's only a few left. And we've gotten the Trendy in Tokyo. Alright. Alright, and then I have all the Natasha Denonas in a large magnetic palette divided by large pans, shimmers, and mattes, small pans, shimmers, and mattes, and I just put them all in this wheel, and we'll pick one of those as sort of a palette to see which category of Natasha shadow I will be working on. Alright, a small shimmer. Alright, I've got my palettes. So first, this is the Trendy in Tokyo palette by BH Cosmetics, and it is a rainbow palette. There are 16 shades in here, and they're mostly mattes. There are some sort of satin shimmers, but nothing like really foily shimmer or glittery shimmer. So yeah, we're gonna do this guy starting up here and going across and do 16. So I have the Pretty Random app. Let me get it set. 1 through 16. Okay, and we'll give it a shake and see who we get. Number 14. I think it stopped on 1 the first time. It always does that. It like stops and then it goes again. 14. So, looking at it, this is 16, 15, and then 14 is going to be Shrine. Okay, which is a yellow matte. There it is there at the top. Kind of swatched it over a patch of skin that's a little bit dry, but that is that one. Okay, not quite what I wanted, but maybe I can do something with a green. It is a nice formula, a little bit on the dry side, but I mean it's a matte. Alright, and then the Natasha Denonas are in here. Let me get this open. So here are the shimmer shades over here. There are quite a few of them. And for this, I'm going to be starting here. This is hard to hold. There we go. I'm going to start, get it on camera. I'm going to start here and go across that way. And we have, I believe, according to my tally, we have 34 shadows. So let's do 1 through 34 and give it a whirl. Number 29. All right, let me get a minute to figure out which one that is, and we'll be right back. All right, so there are a lot of neutral shimmers, but I got one that's not neutral. It's this guy here. I can't tell if it's blue or green or charcoal. It appears to be charcoal. It's a charcoal satin. So there's that there. Yeah, so the only shimmers we have in this color palette are charcoal. One satin shimmer, metallic, and then the glittery one from the Venom palette. I was hoping this was going to be a little bit more like a green. Yeah, I mean, this is our color story, so... And then this one's actually going to be leaving, so that's not too bad. We got blue, green, yellow, and a couple charcoals. Yeah. We'll see. It's gonna be colorful, and it's also gonna be smoky. Because I don't believe in just using the dark colors as eyeliner, although I have in the past. So, yeah, that's it. Alright, so with my new pan in the collection in the Violet Sage Anemone, bringing me to 22 pans in my collection, that gives me a pan percentage of 6.89. My goal is to get to 10% this year, and in January I was doing really well. I started the year in January with 19 pans, so I've increased by 3 pans. Yeah, not great, but we're halfway through the year, and we went from 5.69% in January to start the year up to 6.89, so that's over 1%. At this rate, we might get to 8% before the end of the year, but I'm going to still try and push myself to reach my 10% goal, but we'll see. If you have any suggestions on what looks you think I should do, let me know down below. If you know anybody who's done looks with these colors, that would be helpful too. Otherwise, until my next video, don't forget to take care of yourself, stay true to you, and I love you no matter who or what you are, and I'll see you in my next one.